Hi, the internet. Welcome to the What Else Show. I'm your host, Robert. This is Bethany.
Hi, internet.
Today we've got another movie review for you. So it's a What Else Show movie review. Is that right, Bethany?
Yes. Yes.
And what movie are we reviewing?
We are reviewing the movie The Kitchen.
The Kitchen.
The Kitchen.
Starring Tiffany Haddish, Elizabeth Moss, and Melissa
McCarthy. Yes. Yep. And also, we're doing a spoiler-free review.
Spoiler-free review.
So if you haven't seen it, you can still watch this review. We won't spoil anything for you.
We'll try not to spoil anything.
We'll try really hard not to spoil anything.
Actually, I'm going to spoil it right now. The movie is awful. I do not like this movie.
That spoiler alert, it's not good.
It is not a good movie.
I was so disappointed. I love organized crime flicks.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't, but I'm a huge fan of movies about organized crime, and I was very, very disappointed.
I'm trying to think of any redeemable qualities that this movie has, and I'm at a loss.
I thought of one.
Okay.
They have great hair in this movie. Their hair game is on point in this movie. It takes place in 1978, and their hair is great.
Let's talk about the movie. Broad strokes, what the movie is about. These three women, their husbands go to jail. Mm-hmm. They're like mob guys. Mm-hmm. And since their husbands went to jail, they have to kind of fend for themselves by taking over the work that their husbands were doing.
Yes.
And it fails in all categories.
In all categories, it
acting
fails.
is bad.
Which was crazy to me because huge Melissa McCarthy fan, huge Elizabeth Moss fan. I had very high expectations for them, and I was very, very disappointed.
None of the characters have any chemistry.
No on-screen chemistry. I didn't buy the friendship that I was supposed to be buying on screen. I couldn't buy it.
I felt nothing for them.
Lack of chemistry. Even the romantic relationships, lack of just no chemistry whatsoever. It was very strange.
The pacing was bad.
Yes, it dragged. It was like a slog. I felt like, when is this movie going to end? And
I don't feel like I'm wrong in saying this movie does not have an end.
No, it doesn't. It's open-ended.
It's open-ended.
Yes, it's open-ended. Not the best way to end a movie that's not good.
It has some interesting tracks on it, but I would say that the score is not good. The soundtrack is good, but maybe distracting.
Yes, and repeated.
Yeah, repetitive soundtrack.
Very repetitive soundtrack. Yeah. I agree.
What else? It doesn't look good.
No.
The movie doesn't look good.
You brought up a good point about there was a scene where
multiple scenes where they're obviously on a sound stage.
Yes.
In front of a green screen.
And
it is not good.
Yeah, very disappointing. Very. Yeah, I felt so deflated after I watched it.
Yeah,
because I had high hopes. I had very high hopes, and I was like, "Oh, organized crime, Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Moss. Like, I am really gonna enjoy this movie," and I didn't, and I was very sad.
Yeah,
it made me sad to watch it.
I didn't know anything about this movie going into it. I just knew who was in it briefly, and maybe a little bit of what it was about. I don't even think I had seen a trailer for it, so I have no idea how I knew what it was about.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing a trailer, but yeah, I think we just went into it kind of knowing a little
Very
bit.
Little.
Yeah, we didn't know any details.
Shame on us.
Shame on it. We should have done our research. We should have thoroughly researched what we were getting ourselves into. Long movie.
Yeah.
Not good.
I don't even know how long the movie is.
It's way too long. For the story they were trying to tell. too long.
Too long, and they didn't tell it.
They didn't tell it. They didn't finish telling it. So it's disappointing.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no protagonist in this movie.
Talk about that a little more.
You don't have anybody to root for in this movie. Nobody is doing the right thing. The character motivation, you can't identify with anybody's character motivation.
Right. There's no like emotional investment in any of the characters. You're not like rooting for someone.
And I would say there is no antagonist in this movie.
No, because it's kind of a free-for-all in the protagonist and antagonist categories. It's a free-for-all. It's all over the board. It's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my review. That's it.
That's our review. The Kitchen, not a good film.
I should have known with the title, with the title being like a pun, like it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it takes place in Hell's Kitchen, and women should be in the kitchen.
Right.
I should have known then. It's like, no.
Yeah, this movie was full of a lot of stereotypical tropes that I felt were not authentic.
I wish it had more tropes, like a trope of having a story or the trope of acting. Or
How
any
dare
of
us
those things.
expect a story and decent. And we were talking about their accents.
Oh
earlier.
My God, the accents!
I had to bring that up.
All three of them.
It was
Oh,
bad.
look at me! I'm from New York. This is how New York people
You
talk.
should have been their vocal coach. Yeah, not good.
Not
it just really, like I said, the tropes that were in it were very inauthentic and did not feel organic. It felt very contrived, and it clearly wanted us to feel a very specific way, and it didn't succeed.
Did not succeed.
Did not for us. It did not succeed.
Let's
Maybe for anyone.
let's stop bashing this movie.
Okay.
And finish.
We're gonna get so much
Put a
hate mail.
bullet in its head, Bethany. What do you score this film?
Oh God!
How many stars do you give
It
it?
really breaks my heart.
1 through 5.
to
Let's go.
Give this movie a bad review. 1 star.
Oh, I'm
without a recommendation. There's no recommendation. Don't go see this movie.
I have a 1 star. Do not see this movie. Don't rent this movie. Wait for it to come out on digital platforms and do not watch it.
There you go. There you go. There's our rating.
That's it.
All right.
All right.
There you
Internet.
have it.
Thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah. And that's it.
And send us your hate mail.
Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.